lot of people do not understand why carbs make people grow and gain weight at a molecular level. So if you still don't understand that, this video is for you.
Hey guys,
My name is Michelle.
Anita, Sarah, Peyton, Talia, Jazz,
Marquita.
I'm a physique.
products.
Period. We love to see.
Y'all already know what this is. It is Trehunna from Physique Set, and the topic of the day is going to be carbohydrates. People do not understand why carbs help you gain weight. So what I'm literally going to do is break down to you from a scientific level how carbs are constructed and how to properly insert carbs into your diet if your goal is to lose weight or if your goal is to gain weight. First things first, where do we get our carbs from? We get majority of our carbs from plants. Let's be real. If it comes from the earth, on average, it's going to be a carb. So donuts is a carb, just like rice is a carb, just like blueberries is a carb, just like broccoli is a carb. A lot of people don't even understand that. But overall, the whole purpose of a carb is to help your body grow and to get bigger and stronger. Why? But in order for you to understand why carbs make you grow, you got to understand what carbs do in an actual plant. So I got y'all. Let's go ahead and Google carbohydrates from a plant. And here's what it says what carbohydrates does in an actual plant. Carbohydrates are a primary source of energy for plants. Period. That's why you see a lot of plants produce carbs. They provide energy necessary for growth and reproduction. Plants store carbohydrates as starch, and these large polysaccharides can store a lot of chemical energy. Carbohydrates are essential for the development of flowers, fruits, and seeds. So as you can see, the whole purpose of a carbohydrate in a plant is to give this plant energy to grow and develop. So when you give a human and your body is able to break this carbohydrate down, you're giving your body the signal for growth. And your body literally had the hormones necessary for when it sees a carbohydrate to start growing. Question is, do you understand how to make your body grow the right type of weight, which a lot of people do not understand? If carbs tell your body to grow, just like it makes a plant grow, your body's gonna release a hormone called insulin. The whole purpose of insulin is to help your body store energy and to make your body grow once again. There's a reason why during puberty we grow the most. Why? Our insulin rates is up and our hormones is up. And these hormones make this preteen turn into a teenager. But at the end of the day, we need enough insulin and we need enough hormones for this to happen. Now, when you're adult, you're not growing off a hormonal spike anymore, such as puberty. You're growing because of the inputs that you're giving to your body. So now I want you to start viewing your body like a car. Every single time you hit the brakes on a car, you're telling this machinery to stop moving. Every single time you hit the gas pedal on the car, you're telling this machinery to move more. Got it? Every single time you give your body a carbohydrate, just like in a plant, your body is not able to start burning its body fat anymore. It's going to be in an anabolic growth state. So every single time I give my body carbs, I should expect my body to stop burning fat and to start growing. But now, every single time I give my body protein, I'm telling my body to also grow, but to also lose fat. Get it? So now, if I know carbs make my body grow, I also know protein makes my body grow, but also protein helps my body lose fat, then maybe if I want to grow my body and not gain a lot of fat while I'm in a growth state, maybe my diet should be composed of majority proteins and carbs. That's why you see a lot of bodybuilders look what? They look big, muscular tone. Or your favorite fitness influencer or your favorite celebrity. They eat a lot of proteins and carbs. And once they hit their goal weight, guess what? Now I can have a little bit more of my fun carbs because I'm already at my goal weight. At the end of the day, carbs are not bad. You should never demonize carbs. A lot of people just don't understand carbs. And a lot of people trying to have that fun carbs when they're on a journey to lose weight.
Well, I'm on this weight loss diet, I'm following low carb, I'm following ketogenic, I'm doing Whole30. Do I gotta eat like this for the rest of my life?
No. Why? Because once you're at your goal weight, Are you still trying to lose weight? No. What people try to do, they try to eat as if they're at their goal weight, yet they hate how they look in the mirror. So once you get to your goal weight, you can have a little bit more fun. Now make sure you're still following the protocol that got you there. That way you don't derail yourself and gain all that weight back, right? So you still gotta have some rules and regulations. But when you're at your goal weight, you can have more of that fun carbs because your goal at that current time is for you not to lose weight. When you see that girl that you follow on Instagram that is eating the sweet potatoes and the rice and having that smoothie, she already kind of got the body you desire, which means that she is not trying to lose weight. But now, if you just so happen to follow the same woman, let's say she gets a little bit more pudgier, or let's say she's coming off of bulk, you're gonna start to realize that her whole diet switched up. She's not gonna have as much sweet potatoes. She's not gonna have as much rice. She's not gonna have as much In-N-Out and chips and queso. She's gonna have a little bit more green vegetables. She's gonna have less processed foods, and she's gonna have less fat. Why? If I have a whole lot of carbs, tortilla chips, a whole lot of fat, queso, I'm literally telling my body to store, because that's what carbs does in a human body, just like it does in a plant, but to store fat. So that's why I'm gonna get wider. I'm not gonna get toned. Versus that person that's on a bodybuilder diet or a person who's a fitness influencer, they're eating 4 to 5 times a day, but you realize that they're also preparing all of their own meals. And because I'm preparing my own meals, I get to dictate what's going inside my body. You're gonna see that these people is not adding a lot of fat to their diet along with the carbs. Why? That's gonna tell me to store fat. But now the average person who only been taught to prepare food a certain type of way, I see this person eating sweet potatoes, I'm thinking they're preparing the sweet potatoes the way I do it. So if I'm trying to lose weight, let me have my sweet potatoes, even though I'm adding some cinnamon, even though I'm adding some butter, even though I'm adding some brown sugar, even though I might add some honey. That is 2 totally different things. They're eating just straight up sweet potatoes, maybe add a dash of cinnamon to it. They're not adding no fat component to the carb. Once you understand food at a molecular level, you're able to make better choices overall because you just understand what you're doing more. So now that you know that carbs help your body store energy. So is carbs bad for you? No. Question is, what is your goal at the time? So now let's say you join my program, you say,
Hey Trey, I'm trying to gain weight.
Guess what I'm gonna tell you to have? I want you to have a little bit more rice. Now let's say you join my program, you say,
Hey Trey, I'm trying to lose weight.
Guess what I'm gonna tell you to find an alternative for? You like that rice? Let's find an alternative that has less carbs. Why? The whole purpose of the carb is to help my body gain energy. That means I should anticipate for the scale to go up. That's why something like rice makes you gain more weight than broccoli. Broccoli got about 5 grams net carbs. Rice got about 45 grams net carbs. I'm telling my body essentially 40 more times to store energy when I choose to have a cup of rice compared to me having a cup of broccoli. Does that make sense? So broccoli is better for people who are trying to lose weight, not because it's a green vegetable like we was taught, but because it simply has less stored energy, which means that if I give my body less stored energy coming from the broccoli, my body can start tapping into its own reserve stored energy, which is body fat. Hopefully that makes sense. All right. So hopefully y'all learned something today. What I would love for you to do from now on is anytime you want a particular carb that you have no idea how many carbs it got in it, just Google it one time. Because if you Google it one time, you're going to remember that for the rest of your life, especially if you love it. I know off the top of my head, a medium fry from Chick-fil-A is about 40 grams of carbs, 17 grams of fat. Boom. Tell me if I'm lying. I haven't Googled this in the past 3 years. You know why I know this information? It's because my ass love Chick-fil-A fries. Now, does that mean I never get Chick-fil-A fries ever again? No. If it's a Friday or a Saturday, I'm gonna allow myself to have Chick-fil-A fries. But am I going to have Chick-fil-A fries every single day and expect for me to keep the same body composition that I have now? No. Why? It has 40 grams of carbs right there. It got 17 grams of fat right there. I can exchange or get a better quality source of carbs coming from this broccoli, coming from some cucumbers, coming from arugula, or hey, I can even eat technically almost 2 full sweet potatoes, as you can see, and get the exact same amount of carbs as this fries. Which one's gonna keep me more full? 2 sweet potatoes or fries? We all know the answer, but which one tastes better? We all know it's fries, all right? But there's a reason why it tastes better. It's because it is more processed. So you want to have less processed food when your goal is to lose weight. But if you're trying to gain weight, and if you don't care what type of weight you are gaining, have all the processed foods you want, have all the starches, don't have white rice, fry it up. Now you're gonna gain all the weight you desire because you're giving your body more carbohydrates, and that's what you're telling your body to do at a molecular level like a machine. Cool? Hopefully y'all learned something today. That's your reset tip of the day. It's gonna help you stay snatched all the time. Know this summertime. Talk to you soon.